So the mags used to drop free, but then I added some paint to it the other day and I went a little higher than what I had on there before, so I'm wondering if that might be what's causing it to stick. So I might have to sand that off, because before they always just dropped free pretty easy. Another target fell. Oh, and my head guard came off. Got a target. Ugh. Alright, might be the last round doing this. Now I'll think of something else. Come on. All right. Reload. Try something else. Alright, so I think now I'll rotate standing and kneeling. I've been running the light. Oh, forgot to kneel. Alright. I'm gonna hydrate, pick up some brass, and maybe do something else. Alright, so I can do the drill 3 more times, because that's all the ammo I brought. I got most of a mag to carry with me when I leave, because I kind of have a policy. Hit the like button if you're the same way. I never shoot all my ammo when I go to the shooting range or out here, because I always just feel like, what if something happened on the way home and I needed to defend myself and I'm out of ammo, right? Maybe a little crazy, but that's my thought. more fun. And back when I was picking up my brass a little earlier, I actually think I found every one of them. What are the odds of that? Whew. And yes, I know I need a chest carrier, or a plate carrier, or a chest rig, but that'll come in the future. I reviewed a couple of them that were really good. I just didn't have an AR at the time, so I didn't feel the need to keep them, but now it's starting to rain. All right, I'm gonna pick up that last little bit of brass and pack this stuff up, and I guess I'll head back to camp. All right, so I guess that was just a very quick shower. That was a rock. I found it. But I'm sure this is not the proper way to carry a rifle. But I'm tired. And it's only 3:30. I feel like I put a 12-hour day in already. But, I mean, I've been hiking for about a mile and a half. I have about that to get back. So, not too bad. I'm gonna sit back, hydrate some more, listen to some tunes. Once I cool down, eat. Because now, I am starting to get hungry. It's been a little bit warm today, in case you haven't noticed. Actually was at times having trouble loading the magazines because my hands were so sweaty, the rounds were popping out onto the ground. It's getting kind of slippery. All right. So you see where I'm going. I tell you what, I'm a little hot and a little tired. And believe it or not that it's cold, but I had taken this one out of the cooler before I left to go shooting. It's still a little cool. So that's kind of impressive. All right, get a lot more of this in me. Get my little Brabant speaker out so I can get some tunes going. I'm just gonna relax. Hopefully the shirt will dry out eventually. I brought clothes to change into when I go to sleep, but I don't want to change into them early and get all those hot and sweaty. So, oh no, you can't drop the water. That's not cool. So when I checked the weather this morning, it said a 50% chance of thunderstorms this evening. I think those are maybe a little higher than 50% now. Not sure you heard that, but thunder just started rumbling a few minutes ago. It's over off in that direction. That way. It could miss me, but it may not. Really wanting to wait to eat. I really haven't cooled down all that much. It's just hot enough out here that no matter how much cold liquid I'm putting in me, it's not cooling me down that much. And I brought some ramen noodles so I'd have some hot food. Wow. I mean, it's better than no food, but and I can always cook it under my tarp because I left it up so it would be more aired out. And I guess I'm gonna have to because sounds like it's moving this way. All right. I had a lot of fun so far today. It's only like 4:15. I've just been chilling here listening to the music. And I'm telling you, those speakers, really awesome. Highly recommended. But for now, I'm gonna have to start getting stuff ready for rain. Because that's awesome. Hey, at least it may cool down though. That's good. So I guess the party's inside now. I was getting ready to start making something to eat. And poof, the sky opens up. So I'm just going to, hopefully you can see, use my little bio stove with the Trangia and cook me something to eat there. And wow, it cooled off quite a bit, I'll tell you what. So yeah, time to eat. They said thunderstorm, they weren't kidding. I guess to get to test the pack cover, see how well it does. But yeah, it's coming down now. Guess I'll get to eat under here and enjoy a little waterfall we got going on. See it? Yep. Guess I needed to put a guy line here and tighten that one out. That would have been better. A little late now. Alright, let me get to my food. Alright, so I got my food cooked. The rain is slowing down some. It was thundering and lightning pretty strong there for a little bit. As you can probably tell, this was all coming under the tarp, the little lake that was coming in. Hopefully it will stay out for the rest of the evening. If this just lets up, then that'll be fine, and I can sit out there. That would be even better. If not, I mean, the wind was blowing hard. I mean, it was kind of crazy there for a little bit. I was like, man, if this keeps up, it's really gonna suck. But it stopped. I just now have to try to get some gear to the car as soon as possible. So hopefully this will stop soon. So I need to want everything getting soaking wet or sitting on the ground when it starts to flood underneath. So joys of camping. All right. All right, guys. Well, the rain has stopped. A lot of what we're having now is just the rain dripping from the trees. But it got pretty heavy there for a little bit. But hopefully it'll stay this way. I know there's more potential for storms tonight, but we're going to see. I did a run to the car, took the rifle, some other stuff that I know I'm not going to need for the rest of the night in order to, so I don't have to worry about putting it away in the morning or getting it all wet tonight. Figured being in the car would be much easier. While I was there, or while I was sitting around in the rain, I went ahead and carved a tent stake for there, tent stake for the other side. So hopefully this will just direct the rain to where I want it to go, just like that, down that, down that direction, instead of just splashing in big waves like it was before. Just in case it does, do that again. My hammock did start to get a little bit wet because the wind was blowing so hard from side to side. Like, first off, it was coming this way like crazy. And then the wind changed direction, it came this way. This side was covered enough, but then this side, the end of it started to get a little bit wet. But if it stays like this, the humidity just rose drastically. So I got that going for me, right? But, if it just stays hot, that should dry out pretty quick. That's a pretty fast drying material that they've made it out of. But we'll see. But it's just at my feet, so it really won't make a difference. I can just scoot more up towards the head and don't have to worry about my feet being wet. But kind of glad I got my shooting in already. I will say that, because well, it would have been interesting to do it in the rain, that's for sure. But having to hike out there and then hike back soaking wet would really suck. So it's kind of good that it already got the shooting in. So still been a really awesome day. It's just been hot, but nothing unbearable by any means. I mean, you're just going to sweat a lot. You're going to drink a lot of water. I've already drank 3 quarts. So, and I still have half a gallon left plus 3 bottles in the cooler. So that should definitely be plenty. But if it's really hot, you definitely need to be drinking tons of water. If you do feel yourself start to get really, really hot, dizzy, stuff like that, nauseous, instantly, as quickly as you can, put water on the back of your neck or on your head. That is where a lot of blood is moving, a lot of blood vessels. If you have ice in your cooler, here's a good way to look at it. When you look at fighters, either MMA or boxers, when they go to the ring, what is the first thing that happens? They're dumping water on their head and their neck along with ice packs and rubbing them down, because that's going to cool your body down a lot faster. If you can keep a wet cloth around your neck, that will help you stay cooler. I had one that I wanted to test out by Arctic Cool, and I left it at home. Yippee, go me. You always got to leave something, right? Or it's not a true camping trip. But just kind of some little bit of advice when you're out. Just if you're drinking tons of water, it's definitely going to help keep your body cool, because you're going to sweat more, and that's kind of your body's natural cooling system. So if you would notice in my shirt earlier, I was doing that in buckets. So if you want to lose some quick weight, here's another tip for you. It's just water weight, so as soon as you consume any water, it's going to come right back. But wow, you can drop it quick. Oh yeah, but to carve with, I was using the Firecraft 3.5. Sorry I wasn't filming it, but I didn't have time to put that back into a waterproof case, and I can't afford to have a $400 GoPro get wet and stop working. But I do love, oh, and about this, hopefully you'll be able to tell, let me angle it down some. One of the things, at first I was kind of disappointed that the belt loop, like you literally have to take your belt off or undo it to put it on, right? But here's the thing that's kind of cool, is that it has a little slot for this part of the belt to go into, so you don't have to run it back through the same slot. So that's kind of cool and very interesting. I do like that. So if it's not going to be the type of belt loop where you can put it on and off without a belt, or without taking your belt on and off, that is a good addition, because it's I really like the fact that you can run the bottom half through it and then run this back, and you're not struggling to try to fight to get it through a really tight belt loop, and it works really easily. Loving this knife so far, guys. All right, I'm charging the iPod, so get the music going a little bit, or in just a little bit. So I wish I could have it playing in the background while here, because it kind of helps make the experience a lot nicer when I'm out here. But of course YouTube will mute it in a heartbeat, so I have to keep pausing it every time. So all right, when something more fun and interesting happens, I will get back to you. All right, so here's something new. Do you plan for dental emergencies when you go in the outdoors? I never have, and I just had a crown come off while I was eating some of these, let me see if I can find a little bag. I thought it'd be a good little snack. Tasty. I typically don't even eat stuff like this. These little Welch's gummy snacks. I don't even like gummy stuff, but it was there, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? I had them in my bag, and while I'm eating them, all of a sudden I could feel a crunch, and I'm like, well, these aren't supposed to be crunchy. And so I pull it out, and there is my crown. Yay. I mean, it doesn't hurt or anything like that, so I'm not worried about that. But I guess when I go home in the morning, I'm going to have to call the dentist and have them reattach it. Hopefully it won't start hurting like crazy tonight. I don't know. We will see. But curse you, Welch's, and your stupid gummy snacks. Or if you have crowns, don't eat gummy stuff, because obviously it's not mixing. But still lots of water coming off the trees every time the wind blows. I'm hoping that it doesn't rain again tonight. We will see. It's like 6:45. It's probably going to be early night for me. I mean, I'm already getting kind of tired. I mean, the heat's going to do that to you. The heat's going to drain your energy. That's why you're going to need to eat. That's why you need to drink tons of water. But I mean, I was doing a lot today, so to go hand in hand with that. I'm probably not even going to try to start a fire. As long as there's a good breeze like this going on right now, I'm not worried about bugs. I have some a rope light or a little pop-up light that I can use if I need it. I got multiple flashlights. Oh yeah, I'm also testing the Ultra-Tac. Not overly excited about it so far, but more testing is going to see. I think it's more of a battery issue than anything else, but we're going to see. So I got that one to test. I got the one from Nite Ize that Rogue Preparedness sent me, and then I got the one on the rifle that is in the car. Whole bunch of rain coming down, covering the camera. So at least that'll give me something to do in the evening if I feel like it. All right, guys, I'm gonna move the camera under the tarp so all this rain coming down doesn't get on the camera. All right, so I was literally just getting ready to head to my car to get a saw and an axe to start cutting up some firewood, and now the thunder is rolling again. We'll wait and see for a few minutes. If it doesn't look like it's going to pass, I'm not going to worry about it. If it looks like it's going to pass, I'll go and I will get a fire started. I just like having a fire. I really do. It's like a great part of camping for me. Brings out my inner pyro, you know. But if it's going to start raining like crazy again, well, that's kind of going to be pointless. But the thunder was just literally seconds ago. Pretty loud, so it's close. I'm just waiting to see if it's going to pass. So give me just a minute. It is 7:20. I'll get back to you if it looks like it's going to make it. All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I can't tell you how little effort I put into gathering this wood, especially for somebody like me that is so big into starting fires and enjoying the process and the whole 9 yards. But I was so tired that, like, literally I was scrounging around like to other campsites. There's literally a bunch of wood that, like, people that are trying to start a fire should have no business trying to start a fire. Like, it's that bad. But the storm looks like it's passing. I really want a fire, and I really didn't want to put any effort into it. Let's just be honest. So we're using some of the slag from Pine Fire that I've used in other fires. Using the Firecraft knife from White River Knives. And we're going to see if putting pretty much a zero effort into a fire. I mean, I cut up one big section of that log that I showed you earlier. Other than that, I've just been walking around picking up stuff. I've taken almost so little time, it's just disturbing, you know, from somebody like me. But let's see. Everything's wet. Wow. One strike? Okay. We'll take that. Now, can we use all the crap we found to get that going? I mean, mind you, you saw the rain earlier, everything's soaking wet. But I really want a fire. And I really don't want to work for it. Call me lazy, or call me tired, I don't care. I'm just curious at this point. Since there's a lot of really thin stuff around, I'm just going to mound this up like crazy, because that'll burn and dry out quickly, and hopefully that'll create enough heat to catch all the stuff underneath it. If it doesn't, oh well. I think it will though. Can I nickname this one like the 10-minute or 15-minute fire? I'm sure it would be considered cheating in the eyes of many. But I don't care. It's hot. Or, it's not now. It was all day. Like crazy hot. And now I want a fire. I mean, there was still leaves in it, if that tells you anything. You never see my fires do that. Alright, let's see what happens. I've literally just been sitting around listening to some music, wishing my crown didn't come off. I mean, how much better luck can you have when you're out camping? Well, I should go put money on it. I bet it would work. I bet this is going to work. I still have two larger logs, the one that I had before. And then there's one behind it. I could definitely burn both of those. The one I have, the one in the front, I know is going to burn. So if I really want to make this last a long time, I can just put it on there. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and call it right now. I'm going to nickname this the Effortless Fire. Picking up crap off the ground, what was in the fire pit when I got here, and I only sawed off one piece of wood. And because of that pine fire slag, it's going to work. Oh, I wish they were still in business. Got to find a new company. I think I'm going to be going for 4Direction Bushcrafts. I know he does a lot of other stuff. I used one of his ferro rods, and I didn't buy his striker. I just made one like his. I didn't know that's who it was when I did it. I still may buy one eventually. But I'm going to go for his fire starter. I really like that guy. I really like what he does with his channel, and I really want to support him. So yeah, look at that. Fire is just beautiful. Alright guys, I'm going to sit here a little more, listen to a little more tunes, and I am just going to relax. I may even snack a little bit more because I'm still kind of hungry. And presto! 10-minute fire. And I only call it 10 minutes because that's what it took looking. You could probably do it too. Alright, so here we go. I'll throw a little bit more smalls on it. But as you can tell, it's going. And I'm going to be good for the rest of the night. This is probably going to be it for me tonight. I don't think I'm going to be staying up for very long. It's almost 9 o'clock now. And I'm kind of tired, but I just really got that wild hair that said I wanted a fire. And I was going to put as little effort into it as possible. And it worked. Good night. You hear that? I want to shoot that bird. I can't tell you how long that thing has been chirping like that. That it has been driving me nuts. I was trying to fall asleep and it started, so it took me a while to fall asleep. And then about 4 in the morning, it woke me up again. It's now almost 5. I was actually getting so angry I couldn't sleep. This flashlight, however, I think it's only like 230 lumens, the Nite Ize, but if I can get it to shine on that bird, I'm shooting. Pretty good light though, I like it. Pretty impressive. That's why I always tell people, I mean, if you can tell, hopefully you can tell, the GoPro definitely doesn't do justice for flashlights, but you know, the Ultra Tac that I have here with me as well is like 1100 lumens, and you know, I tell people all the time in my flashlight reviews, you don't need 1100 lumens by any stretch of the imagination, because this can, I can see everything that I could possibly need and everything that I would need to do in the woods. Very impressive light. Alright, I'm gonna sit here for a little bit longer, maybe try to lay back down in a few. Just wanted to let you know my frustration in that bird. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be about all for this trip. It's about 6:45. I think I laid back down at 5. It took a little while to fall asleep because the bird kept going. Then I woke up like 6:15-ish and just laid there for a little bit. That's because I'm still kind of tired. But I need to get all this stuff packed up so I can get home and then unpack it, clean it, and dry it out. And the joys of camping when it rains. But other than that, yeah, I had a good time. I mean, yeah, it was hot, but man, I still got a lot accomplished, I feel like. Some lessons learned, some practicing, kind of all the stuff I hope to accomplish when I'm in the outdoors. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Check out CRG Outdoors. I'll leave the link in the description below. And in the meantime, be prepared and have fun.